Calling Destball.
Hello.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Butthole City. I am your host, Tafari.
And I am the co-host, the one and only Shrexy. I want to introduce Maria. She's one of my friends from New York City. Tafari, Maria Tafari.
Hi, Tafari.
Hello,
Thanks for having
Maria.
me.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Would you like to tell them how we met, Maria?
Sure. I met Hector at where I train, and I noticed he was not just a student there, he became the manager. I was like, this guy's kind of cool. And eventually, I started to work with Hector. He taught me a lot of things about the organization that we work for, and we did a lot of vibing. It was really cool. In between the business, we were cracking up in the meantime, like at lunch, just when we could. And I found myself just staying there the entire day just so that I could hang out with him.
Maria, you are our first official guest on the show. A
Oh
show
my
that we
gosh.
and him have done
Oh
together.
my God, I popped your cherry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and just see what you were saying. When I first met Maria, you had an injury, right?
I did.
And all I did at the martial arts place that we met was clean because I'm a clean freak.
That's true.
And I remember just seeing you sitting there on the floor, and I'm like, this lady's just sitting there, and I'm trying to clean. Like, how do I tell her get up?
I was like, just tell me to get up. That's all you have to just
I
tell me to get up, I'll
remember
get up.
I was because
Yeah.
I was new to the place and I didn't want to come off in a negative way to anybody. So I was like, I don't want to tell her to get up because I'm cleaning. So I remember like cleaning around you. It's
Mhm.
just so funny.
Yeah.
And then Maria, you started working for the school as well and helping me a lot. We just became so close. Like we
Hmm.
we did so much together in the school. And as much as you learned from me, I learned from you a lot as well because you had prior experience with something similar.
Yeah, definitely I had management experience, but in a different way.
I think that's why me and you like vibed so well and we clicked so well.
Hmm.
And you
It's
know
like
how
two
I am.
puzzle pieces.
Exactly. And you know how I am. Like I don't really like to mix business and pleasure. So like you
True.
are one of the rare ones that I actually became close friends with outside of work. I'm happy to have you as a guest today.
Thank you. I'm so excited, honestly.
So the topic is online dating and sex.
Nice. So, what's your
Yeah.
experience with the online dating?
So I have had all the apps and I've installed and uninstalled them. I think I've paid like between all of them, must have spent about $500. Okay. I have only met one guy from the app for just one breakfast date. And first of all, they all lie. Okay. Even though you're going to say, oh, how would you know? You just said you only met one person off the app. Listen, I'm going to take it for face value. The guy said he was 5'8". When he pulled up to the diner, he got out of the car. Okay. I'm 5'2". This man was like 5'4". Okay. It was insane. And so I said, you know what? No problem. He's cute. Let's just see. We were vibing, like we would like FaceTime, and you'd think I would have noticed that he was cockeyed. Okay. I don't know
Oh.
if you call it cross-eyed, cockeyed, lazy-eyed. Okay. It was very noticeable now that I'm sitting across from him. Do you remember this, Hector? Did I ever tell you this story?
I remember it, yes.
I met him at the diner, and then I was just like, God, what do I do now? So fine, no problem. I can get through this. I'm a big girl. So like we're just having breakfast. I'm shoveling my face just to get through it. And he was just super awkward. And not that I'm definitely awkward myself, but there was no chemistry. There was no, I don't know, there was no connection. So I deleted the app. After that, I totally deleted it. And I didn't go back on for a while. But I'm gonna tell you, the place where I've had success is TikTok. Okay. TikTok has been like my saving grace with men. All right. There are
Wow.
so many out there, so many that will just like DM you. And then they're not freaks, like where you get one offs, like they just want one thing. But there's two people that I've talked to for a very long time. And there's one in particular that I go see. He doesn't live in New York. He lives along the East Coast. He will bring me up to where he is and pays for the hotel. And the sex is wild. I call him daddy, and I'm his dirty little whore. And that's how we play.
Did not expect that.
That is my success story. And then like I have like other guys like I talked to. I have this one and oh, wait a minute. Let me tell you about this other guy. Okay. This other guy that I just started talking to, okay, El Paso, Texas. Okay.
Oh,
And I showed you his picture. Picture, okay, from Instagram. I've been following him for 2 years. Every once in a while he'd be reacting to my stories. And then he just started to become interested in me. So I was like, okay, this guy could be kind of nice. And I'm like, he's in Texas. Like, how serious this is going to be? And he was literally talking about, I'm going to fly out there. I'm going to come see you. I'm like, sure, no problem. Of course, come out. And lo and behold, the poor guy has cancer. Okay. He's one of the hottest guys you've ever seen in your life. Hector, I think I showed you his picture.
you showed me. Yeah, I remember.
The man has cancer. But he doesn't let him get him down. Like, he goes to the gym. He smokes a ton of weed, though. That's a turnoff for me. All the weed smoking, like 24 hours a day. I don't know if he does edibles too, but I was like, okay, whatever. I pulled back a little bit. He was too needy. It was, hi, how you doing? That's me. Right at the beginning, if you start saying good morning, good night, like I know a lot of girls like that. I don't like it. I have to run away because I feel like now I'm committed to you and I have to constantly think about you and I don't want to. That's why me and Daddy have it perfectly set. That works.
I actually
That's
get
really
that.
nice.
I get it.
You good. I'm glad. I thought I was like abnormal. But yeah, it's too much of a commitment for me just to say like why do I need to say good morning to you? Like I'll say hello to you later. I don't know. I might be a bitch. I was married for many years and I'm over it. I've had all that commitment. I was burned and now I just want to be free. And the less commitment, the better for me right now. So,
Listen, you're a
yeah.
woman that knows what you want and you're getting it. And that's all that matters.
And that's it. Exactly.
You know what's crazy, Maria? Just listening to your stories, it's refreshing my memory. So a long time ago, I was talking to this guy from Tinder. I forgot his name. All I know is that this guy was one of the most handsome guys I have ever matched with. I remember his profile clearly saying, I am 5'10" or something like that. 5'10", right? And then when I meet him, he's shorter than me. And I'm 5'6", right?
Oh.
I'm 5'6". So if you're shorter than me, that means you must be like 5'5", right? And I will never forget this day because I was like, I'm going on the train and I'm messaging my friends. And I think Tafari and Sophia were one of the few that I was messaging. And I was like, you guys, I'm going to meet someone right now in the city. And I think he's the one.
He's the one.
I was going to say, wait a second. Don't you say that about everyone?
Yeah. But I think like the first one that I said, okay, he's the one. Because like the way he portrayed himself to be tall, and he was already handsome, and he was handsome in person, but he was shorter than me. And I was like, if you lie about that, you're gonna lie about other shit. And then the other thing that you said, a guy being lazy eye. I don't know if I told you about this, but like I went on a date here with this guy from Tinder, and when we meet, his eye is like a lazy eye, and I'm like, what the? And actually, I think I had showed Tafari a picture of this guy, and Tafari called him out for saying, he was like, there's something wrong with his eye, and I didn't see it.
Oh my God. You could see it in the picture?
I think so. Do you remember, Tafari? Like, you said something about there was something wrong.
Yes.
So we meet up at dinner, and I'm like, I felt so awkward because I'm like, I don't know if he's looking at me or looking over there. And I legit asked, so what's the deal with your eyes? And he said, oh, I have a lazy eye. I was born with it. And I was like, oh, I was like, okay. I was like so weirded out. Like, I didn't know what the hell was happening. What are you looking at?
Oh my God, I'm crying right now.
Yeah.
So did you take him home?
What?
Or did you take him home? Or what
No,
happened with
I
that?
didn't take him home. Why would I take
Hey, I figured you were trying to do the man a favor.
What?
You were doing charity?
Yeah.
Are you doing charity work now, Hector?
No, we don't do. And now that you like reminded me of that situation with the guy that you were talking to that has cancer, which is really hot, by the way. I remember the pictures.
Oh my God.
It's
Yeah.
crazy how we go through like similar stuff, Maria, because you know the situation. Like I recently met someone who's undetectable and like super handsome, super tall, and I could have totally seen myself build something with this guy. He has that thing, he's undetectable, and like, I can't put myself at risk for that. So it just sucks when you like someone, but then they have something that's not making them healthy, in a nice way to put it. Yeah,
But
it
Yeah, I
just
get it.
I get it, but for all the people who are undetectable, and it's a very slippery slope because you at the same time you want to be with someone, but it's scary. It's not something that you're used to. It's just I don't know how to like properly explain that, but I get it. And I don't know how to feel about the whole situation because I know personally
Mhm.
for me, I would be scared every day because
correct.
it's also your life is at stake, and it's two people that have to be responsible, and
Hmm.
you have to wholly trust that other individual, that they're taking their medication on time, also taking
Mhm.
medication. For me, who's I have ADHD, and I hate taking medication, but that's something I have to take every day, and there are days that I forget, and we're all
Mhm.
human, we make mistakes. So but that not taking your medication, it can really drastically change someone's life. So I completely
Right.
understand being scared.
Mhm. For sure.
Exactly. And there's ways people can date people who are undetectable, but like you said, both people have to be responsible. And that's a conversation that I had with him. He mentioned something like how he has dated undetectable people in the past. And I said, that didn't scare you? And he was like, no, because I knew they were undetectable. I can't pass it to anyone. And I said, but how do you know they're taking their medication? Like they can tell you that they are, but how do you know they really are? He's like, "Yeah, you're right." And it really sucks because I really like this guy. Like I even went as far as like researching like what prep is. And I said to myself, no, I'm not going to get on prep for nobody because it's something that I've never been on. I just made it very clear to this person. I said, you know what, we just need to be friends. Nothing will ever happen between us because it's just too
Mhm.
much at stake. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. I don't know. It's like what you said, Tafari. It's like a slippery slope. I just know me personally that I'm a germaphobe. So, and listen, no trying to say, oh, I just can't see myself with someone who's undetectable. It's not going to happen
Yeah.
unless I knew them before, I was in love with them, and then we reunited, and then maybe I'd have to have like that heartfelt connect. I don't know, but for someone that I just met, and I don't even know if it's going to work out like in 6 months.
Yeah.
I'm not putting myself at risk. Like it's hard enough as it is in relationships. Now to add that layer of stress, and I don't know. I
It's
couldn't do it.
it's funny you mentioned that, Maria, because that's something that I also said to him. I'm like, even if like I can overcome that situation, we would still even have to get past the dating phase. And I was very straightforward. I was like, I'm very difficult to be with. There's a reason why I'm still single at almost 35. I was just like very straightforward. I'm not shit crazy when it comes to relationships. I told him I have attachment issues. So I was like, even if I could get past that bump in the, you would still need to survive me, even the dating phase with me
But I think
Right.
that's
before we.
important when you know yourself because, like Maria said, she is a germaphobe. And like me, I'm like a hypochondriac. So if I
Mhm.
just feel like I got it, I'd be driving everyone crazy. It's important
Mhm.
to know yourself and know you can't get into those situations. And at the
Right.
same time, you were honest with who you were from the
Mhm.
get go, and he still persisted. So, in this situation, if he gets his heart broken because you said no, but he's still persistent, it's really his fault because he was warned.
Actually, you're right, Safari. Yeah, because that's actually how we started our conversation on Tinder. He said, "Hey, do you want to play a game, like an icebreaker game?" And he said the game consists of would you date someone if, and like you have to come up with what you want to say. And the first question that he said was, "Would you date someone who's undetectable?" And I responded straight up and I said, "No." Right? And then his following message said, then it probably won't work out because I'm undetectable. And then he told me the reasons why he's undetectable and how he got it. We'll keep that personal. And then he said, but you seem like a cool dude. You want to keep playing this game. And I was like, sure. I was like, we can keep playing the game. It's not going to go anywhere. Like you said, Tafari, he's been very persistent. He might end up with a broken heart. No matter how much I like you, I'm just not going to put myself at risk for someone.
A game we all play in the dating world. You don't know where it's going. Maria, what's your story? You started online dating, or what made you even go there? That's always interesting because dating in the real world is very
Definitely different now to date in the real world, just naturally, organically, like meeting someone and I don't know, just going out with someone. So I just remember I was away. I was with a group of friends from the school. We were at a cabin, and one of the girls, she was like, just I want to use this one. And I think it was Hinge at the time. And I was like, all right, I'll do that. And then so I went on it and I just saw like a bunch of, I don't know, like old men. It was just like gross. And I know I had to adjust the age like for younger because like I'm 50. So if I put 50, I'm gonna see like Santa Claus, like it's old people. Yeah, so I started with that and then I was like, oh, I don't like the guys on here. Let me try, I don't know, I think it was Bumble. And then I think I went on that. I think I went on that, reinstalled that one about 3 times. I just now took it off my phone again. I unsubscribed and I took it off my phone because it's a waste of money. This is not how I like to meet people. I like to meet people by like seeing them, watching their behavior, who they are. That's what I like. I need that. And that's the only reason I think the whole thing with the guy that lives on the East Coast, why that works out for me because before I even met up with him, I already saw him on all the TikToks. So it wasn't a show. It's just him. That's the way he is. So this guy's kind of hot. He's funny. He started to laugh at my stuff. And then I was like, I would happen to be in that area where he lives. And I was just like, hey, do you want to meet up? And he was like, sure. And I was like, okay, cool, let's go. And that's how that first started. And yeah, I talk to him all the time, but it's not a lovey-dovey talk. It's yes, like we say happy birthday to each other. If it's a holiday, we reach out to each other, but it's always going to be, you make me so wet, you make my cock hard. That's the vibe that we have. And that's fine with me. I love it. That's all I want right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh. So Maria, let me ask you, have you
Mhm.
ever been on a date with a guy and the date is so perfect, right? And you like this guy, you have a great connection with him, but then when it comes to like sexy time, right? Is there a deal breaker for you, like when you see what they're working with? And what will your deal breakers be?
Deal breaker, my deal breaker would be a small penis. That would be a deal breaker for me.
So
That's the
what is,
first thing. I'm
so,
sorry.
no, you're fine. So what is a small penis considered? Like what size would be small for you?
Oh man, I don't know. If it's like can just fit in my hand and I can like close my hand around it, no, I don't want that.
I was thinking more like a number, right?
Oh, I don't know, like 5 inches?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Five.
definitely small.
Maybe 6? I
So,
don't know, maybe 6. I don't know. I know. I hope I'm not insulting anyone.
no.
Like, I don't like short, thin cocks. I don't even like long, thin cocks. Let's put it that way. Let's just share that. I don't even 8 inches that look like a churro. Like I don't want that either.
Okay.
So I don't
So
want skinny ones either.
but you want it big and thick, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. So,
And go
mhm.
ahead. I thought you were gonna ask me another question.
So what if it's like, do you have a preference between being circumcised or uncircumcised?
I prefer uncircumcised. I mean
Uh,
circumcised. Hello, cut.
yeah.
Let's put it that way. I prefer cut. Yeah. I mean, though I do not discriminate. As long as you're clean, pull the skin back and clean, you're good. But yeah, if I had to choose, I'm gonna pick cut. But I don't care. Doesn't bother
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, no. So the reason why I ask is because I've had those situations where the date goes well. It's not
Mm.
even like on the first day. So we continue talking and then somehow I find out that they are uncut. And that to me is just like a turn off. And I'm just like, And then when I find that out, like I just find any excuse to not continue to talk to this person.
Why though? I don't see it as a deal breaker for me unless they were dirty. That's the only thing. Like, but
To me, it's a deal breaker. I don't know. It always has been. And that's part of the reason why I got caught myself as an adult, which that was a traumatic experience.
traumatic, to say the least.
Oh man. Fun fact, Maria was actually one of the first people that I texted when I got out of my surgery because she was very concerned.
I was so worried. Oh my God.
Did you take
Yeah.
pictures of it?
What do you mean take pictures of what?
Did you take pictures of it as it was healing?
As they
I'm
were
sure he did.
I was asleep when I was getting circumcised. What the hell are you talking about?
No, when you were healing.
Oh, no, I actually don't have any like pictures on my phone. I never take pictures of myself. And it's crazy because the amount of guys that have asked me for pictures of myself, and I'm like, I don't have that on my phone. And they're like, you're lying. Every guy has a picture of their penis on their phone. And I'm like, I'm not like most guys.
Oh my God. What do you send people then? Other people's dicks?
No, I don't send no.
Do you just send butt pics or like what do you do?
No, I don't.
I know you're not just pulling people just based off your face.
Yeah.
No shade.
My jaw just dropped.
No, I honestly like don't send nude pictures, and that's why I don't even use Snapchat because I know that most, especially like in my community, if you use Snapchat, like it's because you want to snap pictures of your dick to other guys.
But everybody does that though, right? Like who uses Snapchat for just regular conversations?
Exactly. Like I don't have Snapchat, and it's funny because I don't know if you guys remember, but like I recently had Snapchat again, like a couple of maybe like a month or two ago, and that's because I was talking to this guy from Tinder, and he begged me to go on Snapchat just so he can send me pictures, and I'm like, you know what, you're cute, let me try. But then it didn't go anywhere. Like we never even, and then I deleted my Snapchat because I was like, this is useless. Like I have no one to talk to on here.
Oh yeah, I only talk to my two guys on there. That's it. It's actually it's my two TikTok guys. So Daddy and this other guy that lives out in Ohio. I talked to him, and I met him one time, and it was kind of like weird because even with him, there was no chemistry there. But I still talk to him. Like I still like, but we don't talk like sexually anymore. It's just, hey, what's up? Once in a blue moon.
I love that you nicknamed him Daddy.
Oh yeah, no, that's his name. Yeah, Daddy.
So when I find someone that I'm consistent with, I'm going to nickname them something too, so I can talk about them without exposing them.
Yeah. That's for me. He will always be Daddy, always, because Jesus Christ, that man.
Oh.
Anyway, so
Is he hung?
he's what?
Is he hung?
Yes, he's got
Okay.
everything. The balls, the dick. He lets me do whatever I want to him. Like, I love it. It's like, yeah. And I don't know. You know what, Hector, do you remember I actually went up there for the weekend one time?
Yes.
And then we had a great time, and I was like, for a split second, I was almost like falling in love with this guy for a split second.
Yeah.
And then he showed me his true colors, where he left me at a bar. He left me at the bar, and we were both drunk, okay? But he left me at the bar, and I watched him walk away from me, and there was another bar across the dance floor, and I watched him go across the dance floor to the other bar. He downed a Bud Light, like he chugged it. Then he did a shot, and then he started talking to another girl.
Oh my.
And let me tell you, the fucking Brooklyn came out, okay? I went up, and I was like, you know what, bro? I'm out. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And he's like, what? Where are you going? And I was like, I'm taking an Uber, going back to the hotel, and you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'll never forget. Like, I just thought, I felt like my heart was broken. And that's why I was like, I can't get attached to anyone. I can't do it. I was like clouded by judgment. It was such a great weekend. And a weekend is not really good, I don't know, what do you say, good mirror, a good look into someone's actual self. Like, I don't know who this guy really is. But that showed me that he's disrespectful. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to keep you. If I ever start talking to you again, you're just going to be good for sex. And we're going to call it. That's all it is.
Like-
That's what it is right now. And it works for me. I'm good.
So let me ask you, is this the same guy that you one time you were in the hotel and you forgot to close the door, right?
Oh my God. I think I still have video of that.
Tell them the story when you forgot to close the door.
So I went up to see him. Okay. So he tells me the hotel room, the number and everything. So I go up with my key. He's not there yet. Okay. So I go in, I freshen up. I'm like all ready. And I'm like, I haven't seen him in a minute. And I'm like, I can't wait to see this guy. So I don't even know what happened. He walks in. Okay. And he just rips off his fucking clothes. The door never closed, by the way. Okay. And we were like the first hotel room right by the elevators. He comes in and he's literally fucking me. So just amazing. And he's moaning, I'm fucking moaning. He's calling me a dirty whore. I'm calling him daddy. Someone outside that door probably was like, what's going on in that room? All right. When it's finally over and done with, he gets up and goes to the bathroom and he goes, holy shit, the door is open. And that's why I almost dropped it. I was like, who knows how many people went by my room and in and out of the elevator. But can I tell you how fast I would leave my room to go to the elevator and then hurry up and get back into my room just in case anybody saw me?
Maria became really popular on TikTok at one point. A Stitch video with this guy, and she just like her followers skyrocketed all the way to 60,000. Correct?
Yeah, it was close to 70, but yeah.
Yeah. So she got like close to 70,000 like TikTok followers in a matter of what, like 2 weeks, maybe less.
Yeah.
And then she had, when you become popular, you get haters. That's what happens. This guy was like literally hating on you for being more popular than him. And this is the same
Right.
guy.
This is the same guy. Yes.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
crazy how he was like hating on you, but then he became so obsessed with you. Like it's
Right.
crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Yep.
Yeah. And those
But
haters, they got your account banned.
they sure did. I'll never forget that. Remember, I was like, Hector, I can't get into my TikTok account.
I was
Yeah.
on that live that got you banned. I was there, yeah.
Yeah, because the guy, so I accepted a guest, and back then they were just starting out with, yeah, whatever, you were starting to duel people, and I didn't know who this person was, and so I accepted them, and the guy was jerking off. So even though I shut it down, it didn't matter. TikTok banned me.
Yeah, and that wasn't even
That was brutal. I was so upset. And I had so much money in the creator funds. Like they kept all my money, all my gifts that people gave me. Like TikTok didn't give me anything. I was pissed. I was so mad. Now I'm just kind of like, fuck them. But
Wow.
yeah.
I remember going to your lives and sending you gifts. You're like, Hector.
I know. You would send me gifts all the time, and it was a lot of fun. I loved it. It was a really fun thing to do during COVID times. And yeah, I did go viral a couple of times. It was fun while it lasted. But with that account, that's how I met Daddy. That's how I met the other guy in Ohio. And I don't see it ever stopping. And this guy always told me, he goes, even if I find someone, you're still going to be my whore, right? And I'm like, of course I'm going to be your fucking whore. Are you kidding me? Even if I find somebody, you're going to be Daddy. That's it.
So he's a dominant type, right? He's like an alpha, whatever.
He's what?
He's like an alpha type, like he's very
Yes.
dominant.
Mhm.
Okay, that's funny because it's
Mhm.
funny because I met someone here too, and I was actually, I wouldn't say dating, but like I was seeing someone that was like dominant. That dominant shit did not go well with me because I was like, you're not going to tell me what to do.
I'm dead.
It's like more like I like to be in control of the
Mhm.
situation, and I'm like, nah, just because you got good, like it's not gonna
Mhm.
happen. You're not gonna tell me what to do.
Oh my
it
gosh,
didn't,
that's
it didn't
funny.
work so well for me. Thought it would work out to be with someone that's dominant because I'm pretty dominant myself. That's why I'm part of me being crazy, and I like to always be in control of situations. But our personalities just crashed because like he was way too dominant, and I'm like, I'm not having that shit.
I don't even know what to say about that because, like, I can see that. Like, when we're in Mexico and there's people who are trying to get me to buy stuff, This dude kept trying to boss me around to get out of the shops. The guys were like, "Is that your boyfriend?" And I was like, "Oh." Because the way he was talking to me was like a fussy girlfriend
Yeah.
that's trying to get
Oh
me
my
out of those
gosh.
shops. And I was like, so I started to go inside and leave him out there because he was not going to be embarrassing me out there. So I could
I could
definitely
totally
see
see that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I do not do well with like dominant personalities. To me, you have to have a balance. Both know that I like assholes, but like a balance. To me, it's like you have to be like 75% asshole and 15% nice. But if you're like 100% dominant and asshole, like it's not gonna
Wait, but
work.
that only adds up to what? 90? What's the other 10%?
No, 15%.
But you said 75% asshole,
Oh, okay, my
15%,
bad.
so 20.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my math is wrong. No, so yeah, so like I need 85% asshole, 15% nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Same. I
I
agree.
yeah. If you're too nice, like I'm just gonna get bored of you, and I'm just
Me
gonna
too.
throw you to the dumpster.
Me too. I don't like anybody that's nice. Unless I want you to be nice. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
You're gonna be nice on my terms.
it's like I'm not even gonna call him an asshole because God forbid he listens to this. He's gonna say he's still calling me an asshole.
Oh my God.
Perfect example. The person that blocked me because of the
Oh,
milk.
my favorite. That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
I know, Tafari. So Maria actually met him. We went to dinner by my
I
old,
love him.
and Maria just loved him. Maria thinks that he's the one.
Wow.
Maria
Yeah.
Maria thinks that we're gonna be together by the end of this year.
Yep. You will. You'll see.
So I have a
Yes.
question. Okay, both of you say you love assholes, right? Now, at first, you don't want to show that asshole persona because it can be a turnoff. So how does a guy gauge when to turn that personality on?
Just turn the asshole on?
Yeah.
No, he's got to be an asshole from the beginning.
Agreed.
But I thought that's like too much in the
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
How much asshole is too much asshole? We got the percentage, but I just want an example.
I think, let me see, how much asshole is too much asshole? I think, I don't know. I think when you're an asshole, when you start talking to other fucking women at the bar, that's too much asshole. Like, that's too much for me. But other than that,
It basically can't be disrespectful. It just has to be
it
like
can't be
domineering.
Yeah, yeah. Like me personally, like if you're not dominant from the beginning, I won't even feel one iota of horniness for you. Like, goodbye. Like, I don't care. You could be 6'4", 300 pounds, like muscle or no muscle. It doesn't even have to matter if you're like ripped or anything. If you give off the vibe that you're wishy-washy or too nice or, honey, let me lay out your pajamas for you on the bed. No, I don't like that shit. I don't like any of that. I don't like, I'm going to make you breakfast this morning. Can I get you? Like, I don't want that. I'll make my own coffee. Yes, every once in a while, you can make the coffee. But particularly, I don't like that. I like being told, like, what to do. That's just me. I
For
mean, that's probably
example,
why I'm in martial arts, because I'm like, I like being told what to do.
for
You know,
example, he can't ask you, "Would you like some breakfast?" It's like him cooking it and saying, "Here, I made you something to eat."
correct.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
would rather have the second. I'd rather just go make it. Just go make it
And
and
then
then
tell
bring
you
it.
to eat
Like,
it.
yeah. And be like, what's the matter? You don't like it? No, I don't. I like things like, I don't like anything where I'm asked for my opinion. Am I crazy? Maybe I have psychological problems. I don't want anyone asking me, any man asking me for, like, hey, where do you want to go eat tonight? Hey, what should we do this weekend? I don't want to know. I don't want to, it sounds caring, but for my personality, I don't like that. I don't like that I have to constantly, like, oh, because I'm the decision maker in my entire life for everything, you know? So, funnily enough, like, I'm the very alpha person in my life right now. I have to do everything, I have to tell people what to do. So, in my relationship with the man, I don't want that. I want the man to take the man role, like the stereotypical. Yeah, I don't want him to put me down, except unless he's trying to fuck me. That's the only time. But just want him to make the decisions at all times.
Yeah, a natural leader.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
See, for me, I would want a
Mhm.
guy to make me breakfast, and then he brings it to me, and then I don't eat it, and I tell him I don't like it. And then I want him to go batshit crazy on me and be like, fuck you, I'm never going to cook anything for you again. And so, you see,
Hector.
that's the balance I want.
So Hector, you're the asshole in this relationship, not the man who
Yeah,
made you.
you like that
Yeah,
toxicity.
yeah, actually, I've been told that before that I'm actually the asshole in the relationship. My exes have called me everything from borderline psychotic to autistic, and I can't believe somebody called me that.
They called you autistic?
Yeah, Safaris, he called me autistic, and I'm like, what? Not autistic. Come on.
I don't know. I agree with him, but
I honestly don't even know why he called me that. Just don't even remember why he said that. He gave me a reason as to why he was calling me that. And Maria, we're talking about my ex, my neighbor from here, from where I live now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he said that he called me borderline psychotic. He said that I'm an emotional abuser. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm an emotional abuser because I caught you on Grindr cheating? Like,
Well,
that makes,
he was a narcissist.
oh yeah,
He's going to say anything he can to say that it's all you. So,
exactly. Like, he tried to turn that shit all on me. And
right.
I'm like, you got the right one because you think you're gonna play me, you think twice before trying to play a New Yorker. It's not gonna
Mhm.
happen. So yeah, I guess that's all my stories for now about like my dating, my online
Mhm.
dating. And I know Tafari asked you earlier, like, how did you get into online dating? To me, it goes way back to like when I was like maybe like 19, because I was with someone when I was like around 17, 18, and I only started doing dating apps when I was 19 when we broke up, when me and my first love separated. And it goes all the way back to, I remember the first website that I found for like gay men was like called Manhunt or something.com. Have you guys ever heard of that?
Manhunt. Don't they have like videos?
I don't know, but it was like a website where you actually meet other people. And then I slowly started to realize I'm like, this is not the kind of website I want to be.
I've
So,
only known like Plenty of Fish, Bumble. I think Plenty of Fish kind of phased out at a certain time. And I've only met someone on Cupid and Tinder. And then that was it for me. I'm very awkward online. I never know what to say. I rather see a female that I like and let her know that I like her. It's easier for me that way than online. Thank you for coming on. You're an amazing guest.
Oh, thank you.
yes, I'm so
Thanks
happy.
for having me.
She is our first guest, and I think next week we're gonna have my friend Aaron on the show, so that should be
Oh
interesting.
my God, I love him. It'll be fun. I
Yes.
can't wait.
All right, my loves.
All right, guys.
All right. We'll see you all next week. Don't forget to subscribe, follow.
Bye.